Yo, what up? Today we're gonna do a how to install V-brakes the easiest way. So like always, if you're watching this video on one of our social medias and not on YouTube, we're doing a contest on YouTube. If you want to enter, head over there and we'll tell you how you can subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and comment on this video to win some free stuff from us. But hang tight, because later on in this video we're going to tell you all the rules and everything that you win. So yeah, welcome back to StackBMX.com's YouTube channel and social media. So a lot of people are having trouble putting on brakes and stuff like that, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to install brakes and how to actually adjust them. So yep, let's do it. So yeah, I'm going to run through this and just kind of do it and just keep up. So so basically, these are V-brakes. They go onto bikes with the post on the top. They usually have 3 holes right here to fit this little pin in right here on the brakes. Those will drop in, and basically you run the cable and actually make it go in there. So yeah, let me run around the other side, and I'm going to start off on the one in here. So first off, you want to get these brakes on here. The easiest way I found is just to dab a little bit of grease, put it on the post. You don't have to do a lot, but just hit it real quick. Next you're going to want to do is, there's a left and a right hand side. When you're looking down on them, they're going to look like this. You're going to want to put them right on the bicycle just like so. But like I said, they got a little pin right here. Let's see if I can point it. See that little pin right there? You want to poke that right in the middle of the actual brakes. If your springs don't have too much tension or anything like that, sometimes you might want to put them in the lower one. But if it has too much tension, put them in the higher one. But most of the time, very rarely have I ran into it where you need to put them all the way to the bottom or the top. So next you're going to want to do is thread in these bolts. These bolts, you have to tighten them all the way down. You can't just leave them a little bit loose. You want to bolt those all the way down. So, I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can so we can do it under 15 minutes. But trying to hit about 10 minutes on this video. So hang tight, kind of show you what I'm doing. So pretty simple, just screw in those bolts, like so. This one's kind of being a pain. There's always something in a bike build that gives you kind of trouble. So it ain't that bad, it just takes a little while. Probably doesn't help that this Allen wrench bits keep coming out. Alright, so boom. Got the other one. Next up is the brake pads. There's a left and a right hand side. This one's, luckily it's labeled. You see an R on there, right up there. See that R? So this one's gonna go on the right side. How these brakes go together is, usually you want the thick one. See, this is what I'm talking about. Fools always be coming in the bike shop, you know what I mean, have me adjust their stuff, and they're always missing parts. So yeah, this one's missing parts, so we're gonna have to go find some. So I'm just gonna put these on a generic, but just so I'll kind of show you, just so you know. So I'm gonna pull this one off this other side because I need the part, and then I'll go dig through my stuff and throw the right side on. So how you want to run it is, you want to do the thick washer on one side. I'm trying to pull back. Thick washer closest to the thing with the little bowl side out. Put the little half circle piece in. That's going to go on the brake. Put the half circle on again, facing outward. little small washer, then a really thin washer here, and then the nut. So that's how I'm going to mount these to the bike. So I think that's one of the biggest problems with people when they install brakes is that they don't actually do that. So like even this guy, he probably got these new brake pads and then I just swapped them out and then just never got it right again. So the easiest thing for me to do is, what I like to do is to drop this brake pad all the way to the rim, and I want to grab the arm and then line it up on the actual rim, make sure it's straight, or parallel with the rim, and then what I like to do is set it back just a hair, so when I tighten this up and this bolt spins, it could be snug, and it could actually turn just a little bit to straight, because when you have one hand occupied, it usually spins a little bit. So that one's gonna spin over, boom. So now your brake pads are perfect. If you don't want it to squeak as much, you could tow them in to the top of the wheel, so when the brake hits it, it could push, but it'll make your brakes feel spongy. A lot of BMXers and stuff like that like an on-off switch, which most of my customers, they like a on and off switch, so I usually just adjust the brakes to that. And then if they complain about the squeaking of the rims or the brakes, then I change them from there. But usually I do it that way because it's on and off, and it actually, I don't know, it seems like it gives it a little bit more stopping power, or you could actually feel it a little bit more. I don't know about actually having more stopping power, but so yeah. So I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. This one's like bottomed out. So this one, since I don't have those washers, it's kind of acting stupid. So I'm just going to tighten it up as much as I can. Alright, cool. Next thing is that you got this little part in the back, and you got this piece here. So this is called a brake noodle, or 90, whatever you want to call it. So it's got this little sponge to kind of cover it up, make it look cool. Maybe make it look like a suspension. But then you got this little tube right here. So yeah, brake cable comes with two different ends. They come with this one for the lever, and then this one has the other side for like a mountain bike. Actually old school 10-speed. So you want to just snip off the old school 10-speed style. Throw it in the trash, not like here, it's just on the ground. But yeah, for video's sake, we're gonna do it fast. Okay. So you want to pull the whole cable out of the sleeve. What I like to do is just put it somewhere where I can grab it. What I like to do is start from the back. I like to cut all my housing and stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is there's a stop right here, and then there's the actual brakes right here. So what I like to do is put the actual noodle on, like so. So the noodle's on there with the little rubber piece to hold it. And then what I like to do is start on the end without the ferrule on the end. So this is a generic cut side. I like to stick that inside the noodle. Kind of simulate closing the brakes with my hand. And then what I like to do is come back here and kind of give it a little bit of a push till it stops. And then cut the cable with a little bit of a... and I use my nail to kind of mark it so I know where it's at. And then I just run my wire cutters really far back there, and then I just snip it off. And yeah, it doesn't have to be super perfect or anything like that. If you're having trouble going inside there, what I like to do is either get a razor blade, stick the end in there, and clean it up, or you can get a spoke, use a spoke or an Allen wrench, and just clean it up. So from there, did I lose it already? Yeah, I probably did. I already found this little tape, this little chair right here. I think I already dropped it. My luck. Oh, here it is. Yep. Alright, so this is called a ferrule. What you want to do is you want to slide this on one side, which is not the actual brake side. So we're going to do it like that. and then basically slide that in there. So this one's smashed a little bit, I stepped on it, but so we got that one already set. On this side, this is going to be the top half. What you want to do is you want to put inside the barrel adjuster and run a little bit amount. So I like to just do a little curve like so, mark it with my finger. Cut the cable. Cable kind of got messed up, so I'm going to try to do it again. Alright, there we go. And then this one's the same deal. Alright, just going to clean up the end. And on this one here, I'm going to run the cable all the way through it. So we're going to start on this end because that's the top. And we're going to run the cable through it. If you don't want the cable to get frayed, I would say turn it, yeah, I mean with the spin, like how it is. Try not to go against it. And then just push that cable all the way through. You're going to want to take this cable, slide the ferrule on again. And make sure the cup side is on there and it slides right in there, and then boom, it goes inside. And then on your brake lever, on the back side, there's a little slit right here. You want to loosen this barrel adjuster up, spin it so all the slits line up, and you'll be able to drop the brake cable on like that. And run it up to the top like so. And then boom. It's tied on, it's on there. You're gonna want to slide this through the little slot right here. Boom, right in there. And then I'm gonna grab my little piece right here. Put this inside of here. And then on this side is gonna be the tricky side. So what I want you to do is pull this cable out so the little housing is out here, and then you could run the cable in here and almost run the cable all the way to the end, like almost run it all the way out is what I would suggest. Then what you can do is slide it through this tube, and it makes it 20 times easier to run this through rather than stick it in there, because then the cable isn't jamming up on the sides and you're using this little coating to push it right through. So boom, push it all the way through. Now you just got to push it a little bit and it comes right out the other end. So we're going to plop it in here. We're going to slide this little scrunchy thing in there. And then this guy's got the cable round and wrong. And then we're going to turn it around. What the hell I did with this thing? Yeah, I don't think this is this isn't one of the parts that came with it. Looks like he rigged it or something. I don't know. Alright, so I'm gonna Alright, so I just flipped it around, and then what I'm going to do is tighten it up just a little bit. Alright, and then what I like to do is I like to pinch the actual brakes together like so. Pull the cable all the way through. Make sure that the cable drops in anywhere it needs to go. Make sure that the cables are all inside. Make sure the cable's up in here, make sure everything's in here. If you don't do that and you tighten this cable up, it's going to end up popping out. So what I like to do is do that, and then I like to back it out just a little bit. Take a little bit of pressure off and just tighten up that bolt. So I'm going to tighten it up right here. And then that gives it a little bit of slack. And then, yeah, these kids, and then on here, I noticed that it doesn't have too much tension or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is bend these little springs out a little bit. It's going to give it some force to come out. Yeah, this brake cable is causing me pain. And then on here, there's these little screws right here. People bottom them out like this guy did. These things are actually designed to move the brake arms in and out. So if you want it to move to the left, then you would loosen them up. Releases the tension. If you want them to tighten them up or to come to the right, you just tighten them up and then it'll pull it to the right. But yeah, I don't know what this guy did, but he severely over tightened everything. So yeah, once you do that, these things ain't even springing back. I don't even know what the hell's going on with these things. This one's pretty tight. Yeah, look at, see, I ran into a problem. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, this thing is, so I'm just gonna, probably not even that. I'm gonna hit this cable with just like a little bit of grease. So, you try not to grease the cables, but in this scenario, this guy, I don't know what he did to him, but yeah, see, now it's springing back. Now the cable, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this thing. Alright, so now you just want to tighten these up or pull out any slack and make them how tight you want to be to hit the actual lever. And once you do that, then you want to snip off. I'll do about there. And then there's a little cable in, I dropped that somewhere too. You just want to snip that on there, move it to the side, and set your brakes all up. But yeah, if you're running into problems like this, maybe run a little bit more lube on all the cables and stuff like that, and maybe even put the tensions over here a little bit more into the other slot, and that'll give you a little bit more tension, make the cable pull back a little bit more, but that'll give you some nice spring in it and get you going. But yeah, I'm gonna dial this thing in. I gotta tweak it a little bit more, but yeah, that's how to install my brakes really fast and easy. And hope that helped you guys out. So yeah, I told you guys later on in this video, I'm going to tell you how to win some free stuff from us. All you got to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and leave us a comment about what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video, other things that can maybe help you out and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll do another brake video. Some stuff gets kind of complicated. I want to kind of keep it short, but these are introductory to how to install brakes, V-brakes at least. I'll show you some other tricks and stuff like that in the future of how to eliminate some of the problems that you run into these brakes. So this scenario, I'll be able to break down and show you some different scenarios and help you guys out adjust your brakes. But yeah, do that to enter a contest. we're gonna give away a free parts package with the 2 tires, two stranger tires, 2 pairs of grip, actually 2 grips, which is a pair of grips, stranger seat at 2,500 subscribers, which we're about to give away any minute now. We're also gonna give away a free bicycle retailed at $289.95 when we hit 5,000 subscribers. So all you got to do is, like I said, subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on notification bells, and then comment on those videos and tell us what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video. Hit me up with some questions that might, help you out to install some brakes and stuff like that. I'll be glad to answer them. But thank you very much for watching our channel. We hope this helped you out install the brakes and move you in the right direction. But have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Explain some more stuff about V-brakes.